What's going on, guys? It's STG. On this episode I have some very special items to show you. So I basically purchased a ton of vintage silver, guys. That's right, I decided to blow my paycheck on vintage silver instead of gold. Now at the time, precious metal prices were kind of high, and usually when that happens I tend to buy more collectible things such as vintage silver, which tends to maintain its value, if not increase in value. So that's my little strategy for stacking when precious metal prices are high. I also purchased it from online on a forum, and whenever I see any type of vintage on any forums, I try to buy it because vintage is getting scarce. And you can't buy a lot of these pieces even on eBay or some other auction sites online. So guys, without further ado, let me show you what I got. I'm just gonna go in random order here. So here we have HOMARK precious metals. As you can see here, they're based out of Seattle, Washington, I believe in the 70s, not 100% sure. Could have been also in the 80s. Beautiful 10.3 ounce chunker. Now back in the day, refiners often would make the bars a little bit more than, let's say, they're classed. So this is a 10 ounce class, and as you can see here, it's 10.3 ounces. They did this so the customer perceived that they were getting a little bit more than they were paying for. They would usually just pay for the 10 ounces. They did this as a quality control issue. They didn't want customers to weigh their silver bars and be under the specified weight. So that's a little reason why you don't necessarily see exactly on the dot. Plus, guys, even if a lot of vintage is hand poured as well or in molds, and a lot of this was done by hand, a lot more manual processes, whereas today most of it is probably automated by computers and robots. Back then it was a lot more labor intensive. So another reason why I like these vintage bars, they're just more, there's more human element to them. Let's say that. Alright guys, here we got a Phoenix precious metal bar. Beautiful 5 ounce chunker, obviously based out of Phoenix, Arizona. Now from my research, this is a Gen 1 5 ounce bar. You don't normally see these chunkers up for sale on eBay. I think the Generation 1 are kind of scarce, so I'm very fortunate I got that. Speaking of Arizona, we got Metal Refiners Limited, also based out of Mesa, Arizona. Beautiful bar, has some nice toning to it, has a very industrial feel to it. You guys can see it has straight lines here, so anything with straight 90-degree lines is man-made. Doesn't occur in nature, 90-degree lines like this. So this is a little bit more molded. As you can see, this probably came out of a mold, and it looks a little bit more industrial. I don't know when this company was around. This is 10 ounces. I actually do have my scale here. I'm kind of interested to see exactly how much these weigh, so we'll do that, I guess, at the end of the video. And here we got that. Next bar, I guess I'll just go Placer Sierra. This was a company, I believe, in California from 1979 to 1985. They did work, oh god, I forgot where. I know somewhere near where the Crazy Aztec is, and I believe they had a refiner in Sunnyvale, California. So the Crazy Aztec brother, this is from your neck of the woods. Nice little chunker here. You know, I've seen a few of these before being sold. So we got that. Next we have LSMI. So there is some confusion as to where this bar is from. I've seen these occasionally pop up. I don't know exactly. Some people have said Lake Superior Mining Institute. I can't find much research on it other than that online. So guys, if anyone knows of any information, please feel free to reach out to me regarding this. I know there's some people in the community who collect vintage, and they'll be more than happy to have any of these beautiful vintage silver bars. Here we have Rocky Mountain Metal Refinery, I think, and they were based out of Salt Lake City, Utah, I believe. Not sure what time frame. I'm guessing again maybe late 70s, early 80s. Beautiful chunker here. Quite rare. You don't really see these up for auction too much. Very fortunate enough to get these. I think this one might be the most valuable out of all of them. And then guys, we got a couple of these guys. Swiss of America. These are actually put out by the Draper Mint. I forgot to look up where they're from. And with this design, this eagle design on the back, according to All Engelhard, only 2,000 of these guys were made. So we got one here. I'm running out of room here for my vintage. And we got another one that's a little bit more toned up. So really nice, beautiful vintage bars. So guys, we're gonna tar our scale here. We're gonna see how much these guys weigh. I'm gonna try to gently move them over to the side here. I'm gonna try to even that out. So this is 5 ounces. Let's see what we get. We get it on the dot, 5 troy ounces. These do look a little bit more machine made, maybe a little bit later as well. I think maybe these were made in the 90s. I'm not 100% sure. That one was slightly over. This one is supposed to be, as you can see here, 10 ounces, and I have a feeling it's going to come fairly close to that. And almost right on the dot. Now, I don't know if this is vintage. I mean, this does look a little, like I said, more industrial. Maybe it was made in the 90s. It is quite toned. I haven't been able to find any information on this refiner as well. So if anyone knows anything, please let me know. This honestly looks like it was a recycled metal. Speaking of recycled metal, I believe that's what the Placer Sierra is. They were a gold and silver recycler based in California, as I mentioned, near the Crazy Aztec. And here, guys, we have almost exactly 10 ounces on the dot. Very good. And here we have the HOMARK Precious Metal based out of Seattle, 10.3 troy ounces. And yes, we are very close to that, guys. We do have that. LSMI, again guys, if anyone knows any information, please feel free to reach out to me. Beautiful vintage bar, guys, love it. And we have slightly over 5. Great. That one looks pretty old too. Here we have the Rocky Mountain, and we have it at almost 10 ounces, 9.95. And we get 9.96, very close. And last and certainly not least, we have the Phoenix Precious Metal Bar. I already have a 10 ounce one, so I thought I'd get the 5 ounce one. And we have it right on the money, guys. So that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of my vintage pieces, guys. Please feel free to reach out to me if you have any information on any of the vintage bars that I just showed. Thank you all for subscribing. I hope to do my 1,000 gold giveaway. I'm already at over 1,100 subscriber guys, and I want to thank each and every one of you who have helped me achieve that goal. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate it. And stay tuned for details regarding my 1,000 sub giveaway. Please like, subscribe, and as always, stack that gold.